precious, elegant, and luxurious. The pearl is widely touted as the queen of all gems. The grace it evokes suits just about any style, and for the aficionados of this jewel, nothing compares to the South Sea Pearl. It is one of the most valuable pearls in the world, and also the rarest. Good thing the Philippines is home to this one-of-a-kind wonder. The South Sea Pearl is our country's national gemstone, but for one Pinoy enterprise, it's more than just a beautiful treasure to make into the finest of jewelry, but also a gemstone which fuels the livelihood of local harvesters. We are with Miss Ivonne Ricaña. Ivonne is, of course, the president and CEO of Ivona Fine Jewelry. So, how did you get into the jewelry business?
Ever since from my childhood, I'm very fond of making jewelries. Okay. So I always imagine that one day I'll be a designer.
Did you study jewelry designing formally?
No.
No? So it's just something you have in you?
Yes. It's just like my wish to make some design, and out of my passion. Then after that I said, okay, I love doing this thing. So I said, let me try it out. I put up my business, my own business. I resigned from Indian Treasure, then focused on my own design.
So you're working with Indian Treasures. Indian Treasures was not your own business?
It's not my own business. I'm a managing director of that company.
So you're partner.
So, yes.
How long ago did you decide to focus hardcore on jewelry?
About 5 years ago.
5 years ago,
yes.
Just 5 years ago.
Just
okay. And you do all kinds of jewelry, but of course, I think the highlight of your collection is always something with pearls.
Yes. So actually, I started with crystals.
Okay.
That's my first thing. The very first design that I did is made of all crystals, gemstones and crystals. Then I got
just semi-precious stones.
Yeah, semi-precious stones. Then I got one very nice lady. She's my first customer for Ivona. She said, "You know what? I'm very fond of pearls." I said, "What pearls?" "The South Sea pearls." I said, "Oh, the South Sea pearls, but you know, those are very expensive." "Why, I can't buy?"
Yeah. She's like, "I can buy it." Yeah.
Then I said, "Oh, well, you want I'll design for you." Then she said, "Yes, if you can offer me something different, which is something special, not yet available in the market." I started to draw a design. She bought it, and she said, "You know what? It's a very lucrative business to do South Sea pearls also. Why don't you try it out?" And I said, "Okay, let me check out those people from Zamboanga." And I started talking to them. Then I asked them that, how is the harvesting of the South Sea pearl? What is the schedule? Then I started planning with them.
Okay, so you really had to study, you know, the background and the supply of South Sea pearls.
And of course, I do want, like, some people said it's available abroad, but you know, if you're not yet familiar with South Sea pearl and you buy abroad, the tendency is you might be buying something which are like
not really the correct value.
The value of the South Sea pearl. So I really started with the farmer, with the local farmers. I also learned a lot from them. Like, they tell me the quality of this is the commercial.
So everything you learned is basically on the job.
Yes.
It was only a matter of time before a request from a client turned into a business opportunity. Ivona Fine Jewelry was born in 2016.
After that, I put up the Shangri-La shop. So there I gained more clienteles.
And how was your experience you know, putting up a fine jewelry shop inside a mall?
It's a it's very lucrative but very challenging, you know, because we have lots of competitors. So we have to find always something new and something special to offer in the market.
How often do you update your designs?
Every quarter.
Every quarter?
Yeah.
And you do all the designing yourself?
Yes. Then I have those local workers. I have jewelry makers from Zamboanga also.
Oh, nice.
And there's one from Tawi-Tawi and local here from Manila.
Now we are here at the Dusit Hotel. What made you decide to move to a hotel? Is it that the clientele is more specific to this market?
Yes, actually inside the hotel, first we don't have competitor.
Okay.
We're the only one jewelry shop here. Then of course, the hotels always have guests. All of the guests are looking forward for something new, something special from Philippines. So now that's the reason why we're focusing more in Philippine-produced products, Philippine design.
In a market like the Philippines, though, counterfeit products always exist. So, how can one tell if a South Sea pearl is the real deal?
The best thing to test the South Sea pearl is put it in the light directly, and you can see it's a translucent. It's like you can see the true and true.
Is it true that you can bite it? Heard of
Yes, you can bite it, it will never break. And you can test it also by scratching the pearls together, and there's no scratch.
There are no like scientific test, like liquid that you put it into?
Actually, in Germany, because I sent a sample, they put acid on it. After a week, they sent me a notice that, okay, your South Sea pearls are authentic.
Each of Ivona's fine jewelry is lovingly handcrafted, and reflected in their pieces adorned with South Sea pearls are the creativity of jewelry makers and the diligence of local farmers. And now we're at the workshop of Ivona Fine Jewelry with Ivona still, and here is Aina with us. She's going to help us with the jewelry making process. Alright, so Aina here is stringing a pearl necklace, and she's knotting it after every pearl or every stone. This is tiger eye.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. So you're mixing a bunch of them. And why do we need to knot them while we're stringing them?
It's more safe when we knot it, because like sometimes accidentally you pull it or something happens, then the necklace will break.
So an average string of pearls for an average neck is around how many pieces of pearls?
About 27.
What makes the Philippine South Sea pearls so special, really?
Philippine South Sea pearls are mostly naturals. They're very, very seldom farmer who will give you a cultured South Sea pearls. Like the South Sea pearl takes 2 to 3 years before we can harvest.
So it takes 2 to 3 years to grow a pearl to this big.
Yes.
But what happens do they just leave it? Do they have to keep checking it?
The farmer knows when to harvest and when it's the exact season, which is like June, July, and August.
When you're talking about natural pearls, this is versus cultured pearls.
The cultured pearls actually, it's like shortcut form of doing the business of South Sea pearls. But it's beautiful also because some people want with no blemishes, with no fish bites, because the natural South Sea pearls, you cannot avoid it. It's naturally formed.
The Philippines is one of the leading sources of South Sea pearls in the world, thanks to the clean waters we have down south, and of course, the backbreaking work of local farmers. What's our biggest competitor in terms of another country with really awesome pearls?
If it's a quantity, it's China, but
Quality?
yeah, the quality, of course, it's different. Quality pearls, Australia.
And that can be attributed to clean waters. These natural pearls need really, really clean water to survive. So where do these come from?
If you go to Tawi-Tawi, Zamboanga, the nature's still very, very clean.
But how do you pick which farmers to get them from? Is this a relationship that you've built over the years?
I've been working with them for the past 7 years, and they're like my extended family. After they harvest, they're the one who's coming here in Manila. I don't really like whatever they bring here. I don't tell them that, oh, I don't like this, separate this one, because the traveling time from Zamboanga and Tawi-Tawi just to come to Manila. And so I don't choose like, okay, whatever. I just separate it, buy it all, and just tell them that, okay, this one maybe we can sell or we can use it for something else, but I will still pay you, but in a minimal amount.
Okay, so you have to sort also, and they're not all priced the same.
Because we have our own standard for the pearls.
South Sea pearls are harvested from Pinctada maxima oysters, known as the largest in the world. Hence, they also produce what are considered to be the biggest pearls.
How do we know it's a real South Sea pearl?
The best thing to test the South Sea pearl is put it in the light directly, and you can see it's a translucent. It's like you can see the true and true.
Is it true that you can bite it?
You can bite it, it will never break. And you can test it also by scratching the pearls together. And there's no scratch.
There are no like scientific test, like liquid that you put it into?
Actually, in Germany, because I sent a sample, they put acid on it. After a week, they sent me a notice that, okay, your South Sea pearls are authentic.
All right, so once you get the pearls from the farmers and you sort them out into like gem quality and non-gem quality down to commercial quality, what then happens? Do you design everything or do you just sell the pearls also?
Some of our loose pearls, we sell it abroad. Like we have client in London, we have client in India, and we have client in South Korea. Design it on their own. But in our own design, I personally design it. Then I have people also who like mix it with their own design, which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
Like because it shows passion and love for the work.
Do they go through some sort of training to be jewelry designers?
Actually, it's more of out of creativity of the person. But if it's your own idea, it's going to be like something different, something special because you created that idea.
All right, and here we have it. So this is a combination of tiger eye.
Yes.
These are natural South Sea
Yes.
pearls. Even the white ones are
Yes.
South Sea pearls.
Baroque South Sea.
Baroque. Okay, when you say Baroque, it's the kind of irregularly shaped
Yes.
ones. How do you get those?
Actually, it's just naturally
It's an
formed.
accident.
Yeah, there's
A happy accident of nature.
nature, yes.
For Ivonne, her creations bring the Philippines to the rest of the world.
I'm happy that most of the jewelry in Philippines always promote the natural South Sea pearls. So it's really like, it's just bringing our country to other countries without going there physically.
Yeah, and having other people
Yeah,
wear it,
yeah.
right?
South Sea pearls come in different shapes, colors, and sizes. And with such beauty and elegance, the South Sea pearls definitely commands a price.
So we have here a lineup of really beautiful jewelry, most of them incorporating South Sea pearls. Let's start here. So where did you get the inspiration for this design?
Actually, it's an Indian-inspired design. It's my tribute to my former business partner. He's also a jewelry designer.
Around how much ballpark would this cost?
For the set of this one, actually it has, I think, another piece, a ring. For the whole set, it's 150,000.
That's not actually bad for the whole set. Yes. Would you say that you are competitive price-wise with other fine jewelers?
Yes. Of course, we're offering good discounts also for the regular clientele. So like if you buy from us and you buy again, we give you a special treatment and a special discount also.
When it comes to jewelry, is there like a peak season for this, like Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Christmas, or would you say people just randomly buy it all year long?
Randomly.
Okay, so you have here one other design. It's a very modern cross made out of 5 pearls with a, I don't know if that's a
It's
ruby.
a ruby.
Okay, it's a ruby. And for this one, how much would this set one back for?
This one is 258,000.
You're kidding.
Yes, because of the chain it's added and because of the natural ruby.
But these are also
Yeah, these are all
Sea
South Sea pearl.
And like you were saying, there are different grades of pearls. You have the gem quality one and you have the 3A, which is
Yes.
like the second level one. Are these gem quality?
This is 3A.
This is 3A, so that's why it's a little bit more friendly.
And this is gem quality, as you can see the luster and all.
perfect. Yeah, almost.
And it's a perfect round.
So for the young people who probably can't afford this, they probably will buy this first. It's cheaper, I guess, because there's only one pearl. Yeah.
Yeah, this one will cost you like 40,000.
So 40,000, and this is a gem quality.
Gem quality with real diamond setting.
All right, and you have more designs, more elaborate designs over there. So we're gonna check it out. And can you tell us about these two designs? Because I really, really love this one. These ones would be more expensive than the ones we were looking at earlier, or about the same?
This design is like 75,000. So including the pearls and the jade and the stones that we put in it.
To me, this would look more expensive than some of the other things we saw earlier. But then they're actually not. Or sometimes you think this is so much cheaper because there's only one pearl, but it ends up mahal pala siya.
Yeah, it depends on the quality of the pearls, depends on the size and the shapes.
And the shape. Does the color matter in terms of price?
Of course, the color, like the most expensive ones are the gold ones. The golden champagne, then champagne, then the perfect white.
Each South Sea pearl is unique. And for Ivonne, her pieces stand out even more because they speak of Filipinos' hard work and craftsmanship, something she wants to share with the rest of the world.
Apart from here, is there anywhere else in the world that we can buy your jewelry?
Actually, we have a reseller for us in London. So he gets the jewelry from us, then he offered it there, Switzerland, Germany,
And
London.
How long ago did you start having that reseller?
Almost 2 years now.
So in the last 2 years, did you notice whether your sales got stronger in London?
It's growing, and the demand increases every month.
So he does the expos for you.
So the only thing that I always request, please tell any customer of yours it's from Philippines.
Does he?
Yeah.
And
He said yes.
how's the feedback of his customers when they find out that the South Sea pearls
Oh, it's
are
natural. They all say, oh, it's natural.
So they know.
Yes.
So do you think that compared to before, that the Philippines is now becoming known as, sort of a center for natural South Sea pearls?
Yes. I'm happy that most of the jewelry in Philippines always promote the natural South Sea pearls. So it's really like, it's just bringing our country to other countries without going there physically.
Yeah, and having other people wear it, right? Where do you see it in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I wish that our South Korea shop is already established, and also our brands in London. It's not only like we have a reseller there, but we want to have our own shop there also.
All right, thank you, Ivona, for showing us around your workshop and your showroom. And I do hope one day when I travel around the world, I will be able to tell that it's a real, original, natural, Philippine South Sea pearl.
Thank you so much.
This country truly abounds with natural resources, and one need not look far to discover the rare and precious beauty that the Philippines has to offer. I'm Sean Yao. Start small, think big, and come with us as we go local.